Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Uncle P from Super Easy, and I'm going to show you the new system called Sexy Analyst. I'm going to show you my 3 employees. I don't even have to sit at charts anymore. It's just no-brainer. So I'm going to show you this system, and then I'm going to take you into a bunch of different trades. Some I took last night and some that I'm in actually right now. And I'm going to show you one particular way I'm using the Sexy Analyst to set up these sexy charts and make this profit money very, very easy. So let's get started. Okay, so first let me show you my 3 employees. And they're going to come with 2 scanners. Let me show you how these work. The first one is called the Super Easy Auto Trend Line. So what this does, and I'll show you the actual trading system, and this will all make sense, so just hold tight. So it's going to come with 2 scanners. One is going to scan the markets for any time frame and any pairs you want. You can add and subtract whatever pairs you want, of course. But what it does, it waits for price action to touch the trend line. Once it touches a trend line, it sends you an alert. Why did we build that? A lot of traders around the globe are marking up their charts looking for support and resistance levels off of the trend line, and it takes a long time to do that. We've automated the process and created a scanner so that once price action touches the trend line, you get an alert, and from there you can make your analysis. The second thing that a lot of people are doing is, which we built a scanner. As you can see, I'm scanning off the 4-hour time frame. You can adjust this to whatever time frame floats your boat. But for me, I love the 4-hour time frame. So once price action actually hits a support level or a resistance level, I can use this scanner to tell me that information as well. So when scanner number 1 is telling me, hey, price action has touched off a particular trend line, then I can go to scanner number 2, and if 4-hour support, or you can select whatever time frame floats your boat. Whenever it says, hey, 30-minute support has been hit and it matches this, boom, you're good to go. My third employee that I have been using for a very long time, which you can see there's an opportunity right here, and we'll take a look at this one, is for the simplicity scanner. Now, do you need this? No. The new trading system, Sexy Analyst, will come with these 2 automatically. If you want to add this one on, you can purchase this separately, but you don't have to. Okay, so let's take a look at some trades that I took yesterday, and then I'll take you to some that I took right now. Okay, hold on, it's gonna be a doozy, baby. Gonna be a doozy. Okay, so here's one of the trades I took last night basically, and as you can see, price action, and you can add the simplicity arrow. You don't have to use it, but I did. But on this one, I actually didn't use the simplicity arrow. See how price action came? And this is off the 4-hour time frame. Price action touched against my upper trend line. Get an alert saying, hey, price action touched the outer trend line to the upside for a sell. Your resistance dot came in, so I got an alert there. Took the trade last night for 62 pips. I think it dropped more than that, but I just took my 62 pips and ran. So that's one trade from last night. Here's another one, which I showed in the group. Basically, you can see my entry was down here really early. So I got in earlier than the arrow, but you can use the arrow. That's what I was saying. But I got in really early off of this one, off the 4-hour time frame. But I was showing them a picture of what happened when I closed the trade out on the 30-minute chart. Why? Because I seen price action hitting the resistance trend line on the 30-minute. So I took my 90 pips. When I actually took this was on the 4-hour time frame, when price action hit the trend line on the 4-hour time frame and was dancing off of it. I got my alerts, got my support, which you'll see here, right here, and that's when I actually took the trade. So that's why it's a little bit earlier than the arrow. But again, I'm just showing you can use simplicity, but you don't have to. It's up to you. But once price action touched my other trend line, I got an alert off 30 minutes and hey, bunch of resistance here. So I took my 90 pips and closed that one out. So that's 90 plus 62 pips. What is that? 150 something pips right there. Let's do the math together. Let me get my calculator and we'll do this math together so you guys can see this for yourself. So 62 pips plus 90 pips. How many is that so far? I'm at 152 pips, right? All right, it ain't done. One more. This one I entered multiple trades, and actually if you look at the video of the class of the whole entire thing that I did for the full presentation, you'll see that this setup was sitting right here, and I actually described it where you can see where price action had came back up into what I call my 3 amigo areas. That's when I see it hitting this red area here. You see this box? price action that touched the trend line here. It's kind of hard to see from here, but it created a wick and touched the trend line again, which was retesting this range, and my resistance dots are right there. You can see all three were together. I call it the three amigos. And last night this thing dropped and I made about 100 pips. I had several positions, of course, 4 positions. One was for 38 pips, second one for 20, another one for 20, and one for 21. So it gave me a total of 100 pips on this particular trade. So if we go back to our trusty calculator, let's see how many pips I have so far. So I had 152 pips plus another 100 pips. So that gave me a total of 252 pips. Now I'm going to go to some current trades that I am in to show you live what's going on. I'll be right back. Let me switch screens. Okay guys, so I'm showing you this live trade right here. As you can see, I'm up about 29 pips. Why did I take this trade? Well, first of all, because price action dropped all the way down, touched off of the support line and sent me an alert and let me know that, hey, it's time to buy it, right? Then I also had my support dots, which sent me an alert saying it was time to buy. I dropped to the 15-minute and there was my entry. Now, of course, I am using my simplicity arrow, or if you buy the scanner, it comes with a easy pips, which also come with arrow. You can use it, you don't have to, but again, you see here, price action was in the zone here, it's hitting off support, time to buy, and so I'm just taking it back to the upside for a nice pull back trade. Do you see that? So again, let's add up the pips that we had. We were at 252, so let's add on plus another 29 pips, and there you go. I'm at 286 pips so far. All right, let's take a look at the live one that I just took. So basically, this one here was another trade that I took right off of NZD JPY. I'm sorry, NZD Swiss. Okay, and when that one came in, see the alert pop up. So when I took that particular trade, why did I take that? Let's go to it. NZD Swissy. All right. I say NZD JPY, but NZD Swiss. Same thing here. First of all, what do we see? We see that it's entering into my green zone. Okay. These are your supply and demand zones. They're automated. You don't have to think. Next, you see that price action has did what? Touched on the trend line. Okay. It's touched on the trend line. Alert came out. Then it hit a support dot, which you can see the little white dot there. Again, another opportunity. So what I'm doing, what am I doing? Why did I take this trade? It looks like it fell down, which the arrow showed me on the, if you have the arrow system, the simplicity, that's cool. If not, it's still, you can clearly see it did fall down. All right, how many pips from this touch of the trend line to here? Was about 122 pips. So it's time for it to come back up and take a breather, right? So what did I do? I took this trade. Why? And before we say, oh, he's down 8 or 7 pips, not really. See this number right here in the middle? This is telling me what the spread is, the broker spread. So in other words, take about 3 pips off of this and you see I'm only down 3 pips because I just entered the trade, okay? So go down to a lower time frame and you will see, boom, see? It's doing the 3 amigos. I call it the 3 amigos. See the white dots? That's your support. See how it's touching the bouncing thumbs up trend line? Number 2. See how I got my zone right here? You see the green zone? So again, dots, trend line, support, bouncing off support, and my box. Okay, again, trend line, support, box. What color is the box? Green. All right, so therefore I'm doing nothing but playing this for a what? Pull back up to the top. Okay, because I see that this has hit the outer trend line. See the confirmation? Once it touched the trend line here on the 4 hour, I drop to a lower time frame, see if there's any confirmation there, and I just simply take the trade. It's no different from the CAD Swissy. Okay, same thing. Okay, you see how it dropped, touched the trend line, touched support. Okay, I drop to a 15 and see if I see anything, and there you go, the 3 amigos. The green box, white dots, price dancing off of the green trend line to the upside, and that's how you do it. Okay, so that's another way of trading with the system. Again, there's so many different ways you can do this thing. It's totally up to you what you want to do. Let's go and take a look at one more. Let's look at USD Swiss. All right, see how the price action came down, retested this trend line, Okay, see how it touched the trend line? And so I just ended this trade right here. 15 minutes said, yeah, it looks like we can go ahead to the upside. Now, I might exit this one a little bit early. Let's go to the 30 and see what I see. Okay, so you see how it's touching the trend line on the 30 and the 15? Well, that may be telling me take this one and get up out of there kind of quickly. And so I'll close it straight right in front of you guys. So you don't have to be greedy, because it may pull back down on this 4 hour, may do a retest to the bottom. So you can get out whenever you feel like it. Let's take a look at another one. So this one, I do see that on my 4 hour is telling me eventually this thing is going to drop, as it did show here. And the arrow said it's going to eventually go up, and man, it massively did. But that doesn't mean pullbacks don't happen on shorter time frames. So if I was to remove the arrows, which I will do shortly, hold on. Okay, now see, without the arrow, you can see what? It's bouncing off of one of my Fibonacci levels. And again, I got the extension on as well. You can choose to turn the extension off and just have the regular retracement levels, or you can add the Fibonacci extensions. This showed me double reasons to jump in, because the Fibonacci extension and the regular Fibonacci 23.6 is showing support. Price action is dancing off my outer trend line on the 4 hour, and it's also getting a little bit below support. Support dot came in, sent me an alert, dropped down to the 15-minute, and there you go. See, price action is dancing. Okay, it's showing positivity. Okay, no matter what time frame. And those who's in my class, you know exactly what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a slant pattern. So again, on the slant patterns always pull back up at some point. See that slant? They always pull back up and pop back up. Always. Okay, let me show you an example. Look at here. Slant. What happened? Pop up. Here's another one. Slant. Hit support. What did it do? Pop up. You can see this all over the place. All over the place. Here's another one. Slant. Once it hit support, what did it do? Pop up. One more time. What did it do? Slant to the downside. What did it do? Popped up. Here's a miniature one. Did it again. Did it again. Did it again. What is it really? These slant patterns are nothing more than pullbacks on the direction of the trend. What is this direction of this trend?
Power on.
The direction of this trend, that's my speaker, sorry y'all. The direction of this trend is to the upside. You get what I'm saying? The direction of the trend is to the upside. So therefore, yes, it did a pullback slant pattern, and it should pop on back up to the top. I'd suggest it might even retest this level here, because we do see that this is a resistance level, so it may come back and retest it. So you see it there? So it may come back and retest that level. We'll see how it goes. Either way it goes, nice trade. I'm already up in profit. So if I was to get my trusted calculator back out and add on 18 more pips, what does that put me at for 24 hours? Almost 300 pips and 24 hours. And I still have other trades running. I just don't want to waste my time with them, but you guys get the point. The sexy analyst is beyond sexy. It is just gold and platinum. You can, and there goes 20 pips now. So if I make the 20 pips, so it was at what, 19 pips, add one more, we was at 299. So if I add one more pip now, I am literally at 300 pips in 24 hours. Woo, 301 pips. See how it's climbing? See how it's climbing? I told you. I told you. I told you. This is a beast of a sim. Remember? See, I was at 20 something pips. Now I'm at 30. You see how that thing is popping up? Why? It's a slant pattern. And it's bouncing off of my trend lines. See? There you go. And a lot of people look for the trend line break. I don't wait for it. Why? Because I see it bouncing off I see it bouncing off my outer trend line. Alert. It's hitting off support. Alert. Look at this price. As I'm recording this thing is climbing. Literally, as I'm talking to you. These are live trades. Literally, look at that. Boy, if you don't get this thing. Stop making trading so hard, okay? Stop making it so hard and come and get this analyst. This thing is a beast. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next video.